Hey everybody, this is Anthony of Anthony's Horror and More, and today we're going to do a quick movie haul, okay? So, over the last week, I would say, yeah, just about a week or whatever, I've, gotten some new movies in. I just want to show them off to you guys and see what you think. All right, first up, we have Arachnophobia. Now, this movie was actually an add-in that I put in for for Best Buy to get the free shipping. Because whenever you buy something from Best Buy, you want to try to get it up to like $35, or higher, and you get free shipping. So I threw this in with one of my pre-orders because I didn't own it. And Arachnophobia is a great movie if you've never seen it. It stars Jeff Daniels, John Goodman, a lot of supporting actors that you've seen in other movies and stuff. And I love poster, that poster artwork there. I think that's so cool. Yeah, really nice. A little spider coming down right there. And then you got like the town in the distance here, which I didn't notice right away until I actually looked at it closer. I think on the poster it's easier to tell, but here it's like more dimly lit. Um, but yeah, really good movie. If you're, you know, it's kind of like Jaws with spiders. Honestly, you know what I mean. It's got really solid acting, a good story, beautiful cinematography, especially at the beginning of this movie. It's crazy. Um, I forgot where they're at. It might be somewhere in South America. I'm not sure, but um, there's just these beautiful wide shots, and you see they're they're taking this helicopter into like a rainforest type area or whatever to find new insects, discover new insects, and they have to take a helicopter to get there, and it's just so beautiful because you see the helicopter and then you see all the mountains and everything in the background, and there's like water streaming out of the mountains, because it had like pushed through the rocks and now it's streaming down into the it's really beautiful cinematography, great shots, great directing. um yeah, it's just it's really good. And then I don't want to spoil too much of it, but basically a spider hitches a ride from there, comes to the United States, to this small town, and reproduces and kind of starts killing off the townsfolk one by one, basically, without getting too much into details. But really good movie, great performances. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. Really, really good. All right, next up we have Kaplan, which stars, I mean, God, basically everybody. You got Sylvester Stallone, you got Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, and Robert De Niro. I mean, this is like just a stacked cast. And I know there's other people in this movie too, other supporting actors and stuff that are just great. It's been a little while since I've watched this movie. Definitely been a few years or so. So it'll be fun to go back and rewatch it and kind of remember. I remember really enjoying this movie, though. I know it's really good. I just got to go back and. I believe it's Sylvester Stallone plays like a small town cop, and these other guys here, Ray Liotta and Robert De Niro and Harvey Keitel. I think they're all like, I don't, like mobbed up, or they're, have like some, under underground crime type thing going. It's a crime movie is basically what it is. And Sylvester Stallone's got to like stop these guys and their organization, whatever their crime organization is. And I just remember Sylvester Stallone giving a really great performance in this, plus everybody else. I mean, it's just one of those, great casts. And yeah, really cool movie. I look forward to rewatching that. So this movie and then a couple others that I'm about to show I actually got off of Amazon when they were doing their buy three for the price of two. Um, so yeah, that's when they were copying. Target had basically the exact same sale going on. So, Amazon usually matches other sales that are going on. So yeah, I got this and a couple other movies that I'm going to show here. And this is the next one from that same sale. As Above, So Below, which is a found footage horror movie. This is kind of like Indiana Jones meets like found footage. It's got that. There's like a woman in here who's like an archaeologist type, and her father was an archaeologist, and she's trying to solve this big mystery and basically find this ancient relic, the Philosopher's Stone, which is can turn, supposedly could turn like different types of metals and stuff into like gold, and can heal people and do all these type of things, like like different types of alchemy basically and stuff like that. And she teams up with a few other people, and they it's in Paris, I believe, right? Yeah. And they have to like go underneath the city to try to track down this Philosopher's Stone. And supposedly, I guess there's also like a fortune of gold and treasure and stuff. That's kind of how she gets these other guys to go and show her the way down there. So they go down there, and obviously things go wrong, and it's very claustrophobic. And they get kind of trapped down there, and and then it kind of turns into the found footage horror type movie, but it's still got that kind of like I said, like kind of like Indiana Jones type treasure hunter vibe to it as well. But it's very good, very good. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Dante's Peak and Daylight. Yep, and these are two disaster type movies. We got Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan about a volcano erupting, and he's trying to save this family and get them out of there while all this havoc and stuff ensues, which is pretty cool because they had to do a lot of this with is basically all practical effects for the most part. Like, it looked really good. It was kind of because nowadays when they do these disaster movies, it's all CGI and green screen, but this movie has a ton of really good practical effects, and it looks really good. I liked it a lot. And then Daylight, starring Sylvester Stallone, is basically a tunnel collapses due to an explosion, and Sylvester Stallone and all these people, well, actually, all these people, there's a bunch of people that get trapped underneath, in the tunnels and stuff, and then Sylvester Stallone goes in to save them. So yeah, he goes down there, and it's your typical kind of disaster movie. There's a bunch of obstacles he's got to overcome to try to save the people, and of course there's there's always a couple dickheads that are like, I can do it my way, I don't need your help, and then of course you can guess what happens to them. But yeah, Sylvester Stallone's great in this movie. Another like great supporting cast in this too. Like, even the people that are supposed to be like, the douchebags or whatever of the movie, kind of redeem themselves in some ways too. So it's pretty well written. Really like that movie. Yeah, so Daylight, Dante's Peak, really good. And yeah, and like I said, that was buy 3 for the price of 2. Those were the movies I got. So not too bad. Like these 3, well, technically 4 movies because this is a double feature. So I got all 4 of these for $20. That was a good deal. And then another double feature. I'm really digging these double features. You guys go on Amazon or even Target, Walmart, wherever, and check out like the double features and triple features, because you can get some good deals. instead of buying the movies individually. And this is another case of that, where it's like you got the Jackal and Mercury Rising. And the Jackal I was thinking about buying on its own, and it was like $10. And then I saw this double pack, which was on sale for also $10, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just I'll just go ahead and get the double pack then. Why wouldn't I? So yeah, these are both like kind of suspense thriller type movies, action suspense thriller kind of movies. Mercury Rising is about a child who is on the spectrum, or autistic, and he cracks this government code that he's not supposed to be able to crack, and it gives him all this information and everything. And they think, it's not just like the government, though. It's like that like shady underground organization type part of the government, you know what I mean, like that secret agency type place. And they start panicking. It's Alec Baldwin. He's like the antagonist of this, I believe. Yeah, it's Alec Baldwin. Yep, Alec Baldwin. And he sends some guys to go after this kid, but like Bruce Willis intercepts, and it kind of just, it's been a while since I've watched it, but it's kind of like that, I don't know if it was like Die Hard. I don't know if it's that much action or whatever, but Bruce Willis is basically just trying to protect this kid from these people trying to kill him and stuff. And from what I remember, it was a pretty decent action thriller. But yeah, good Bruce Willis movie from what I remember. I gotta rewatch it. Like I said, it's been a while, but it was pretty good. But the main reason I got this was for The Jackal, which is another Bruce Willis movie, obviously, where in this, which is a nice change of pace, Bruce Willis actually plays the villain, which is fantastic. I mean, he's a great villain. The Jackal is such an underrated action thriller. You got Bruce Willis as the villain, and you got Richard Gere as our, protagonist. And basically, Bruce Willis is a hired hitman, paid assassin, and the FBI pull Richard Gere, who is like the only person that's ever seen him and knows about his, how he works and everything. They pull him out of prison, and Richard Gere helps the FBI try to catch Bruce Willis, basically, and that's the movie. They're just trying to track him down, and Bruce Willis is just so good as the villain in this movie. I love it. And Richard Gere gives a really solid performance too. He's great. I liked it a lot. He's doing he's got an Irish accent in this movie, which I like it. I don't know. Most maybe there might be some Irish people out there that are like, I don't know if that's the best accent in the world, but I don't know. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. But please check this out. It's got Jack Black is in it too. He's got like kind of a small role in it, which is like a great scene if you haven't seen it. Oh my god. The scene between Bruce Willis and Jack Black, you'll remember for the rest of your life after you watch it. And I really dig it. The Jackal doesn't get enough love. It really doesn't. Really solid movie. All right. And then we got Universal Soldier. Yeah, this is a really cool slipcover here. There's a bit of a glare. Let me see if I can get a better, kind of cut the glare out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Yep, Universal Soldier. And then this is, of course, a Lionsgate's steelbook. So, it's got the nice slip cover here that comes off. Then you have that. And then you have the back. Just trying to avoid that glare. Then you have right there. Right there. Yep. Very nice. And then you have the steelbook. And this is a glossy steelbook. Nice gloss finish. And then you got Dolph Lundgren and Jean-Claude Van Damme. There's the spine. There's that. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not. There's no way in hell you guys are going to be able to see this. It's just too covered up. But I can barely see it. Good Lord. Maybe. There, if you look closely, see, I don't think you're gonna, it's too dark on this one. I'd have to show you on a different one, but it actually says right here, first pressing is what it says. Yes, first pressing right there. So that way, if they do another run of these, I'm assuming that it will say second pressing and then third pressing, depending on how many runs they do. So that's kind of cool. I like that because it makes it a little bit more rare, a little bit more limited, you know, just in case they decide, oh, we want to print a bunch more out because people really like the steelbook, which is cool because you can get them in the hands of everybody. But these stay somewhat unique because they say first pressing on them. And maybe the other ones just won't say anything. Maybe they won't say second pressing, third, maybe they just won't say anything. But it's cool that this says first pressing. Then you got that scene from the movie there, the, you know, the kind of war zone type scene there. And this is just a fun sci-fi action movie, kind of reminiscent of like Terminator type stuff. Not even that, like, I don't even, you know, because it plays off, it's more like just like an action, but I mean, it's got that, you know, small sci-fi element to it, but I don't even know if it's as sci-fi as like Terminator or anything. Maybe it is. It's been a while since I've seen it, but, you know, because they're like genetically enhanced soldiers, basically, that the government's using to do their bidding, and, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme basically says, you know, fuck that, I'm out of here, I'm not doing that anymore, or whatever, you know, and kind of tries to deprogram himself from what I remember, and then Dolph Lundgren kind of does the same thing, except for he goes a little bit more batshit crazy and sadistic, you know, and, you know, is the villain of the story, obviously. And then we have the inside artwork, the disc artwork, I should say. Here's the disc artwork. And there's the inside artwork. Oh, stupid glare. Yep. Just kind of that same war zone type scene there. Yeah, so really good movie. Definitely check that one out. I look forward to rewatching it because it has been a while. But yeah, from what I can remember, it was pretty damn good. You know, and these Lionsgate steelbooks, for the most part, when it's an older movie like this, these are typically only $20. If it's a newer release from Lionsgate, then it'll probably be more. But when it's an older movie like this, it's you know, usually only going to be like $20. I mean, which I think is a really good deal for this movie, you know. For any, I mean, especially, I mean, you get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray, you get a nice steelbook, and you even get a slipcover to go over it with artwork and stuff. I mean, $20. That's a steal, in my opinion. I think that's great, you know. I should say, I think it's a really fair price, especially nowadays, you know. That's a fair price for what you get. So, thank you, Lionsgate. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate you giving us the slipcover to go over the steelbook. So that way you don't got to go out and buy them and then, you know, hope that your movie doesn't get dinged and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because buying those covers separately, they get expensive to buy those plastic covers to go over all your steelbooks. So it's nice that Lionsgate just gives that to you, and it has artwork on it and everything. Like, that's cool. Really, that's definitely appreciate that. And then the last release I'm going to show you is True Romance. A really nice Arrow slip box with a steelbook inside that I'm going to show you in a second here. I just want to kind of show off the front and then the spine. And you got like a nice purple, pink, coloring on it. Okay, there you go, beautiful. And then inside, you get the steelbook, which is a nice glossy finish with some spot gloss there. Really make the glasses shine. Yep. Mr. Christian Slater. And then we got the spine. And then we have the inside. Some nice disc artwork there. Some nice artwork on the back there. Them kissing in the phone booth. And the disc art. I love those colors on there. It reminds me of Hawaii and everything. I actually haven't seen this movie, so maybe I'm not sure. This will be my first time watching it, which I know is, I know is surprising because I know this is a very popular movie, but it's, as soon as I heard that Quentin Tarantino wrote this film, I was like, oh, easy buy. Easy buy. As soon as I found out about that, I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely pick this up, no questions asked. If Quentin Tarantino wrote it, sounds good to me. That's all I need to know. Plus, the cast is insane. You got Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken. Good God. You know what I mean? Like, what else do you need? That's just a phenomenal cast. But inside, of course, Arrow always gives you like one of these really nice booklets. Very nice. And they always give you a poster with reversible artwork. So we have their artwork. Right there. Names on the top, same as what's on the box. And then we have the original poster art. Yep. So pretty cool. Pretty nice. I love that they throw in, poster in there and everything. It's just really nice touch. I mean, Arrow just knows what they're doing. I mean, they just give you. I mean, this only cost me $33 on Amazon. And if you go into Barnes and Noble, you can get it for like 35 because Arrow's got their half off all their movies and stuff going on right now. So if you go into Barnes and Noble, it'll probably be like 35, plus tax, obviously, but not too bad. So, if you want to go support your local store, Barnes and Noble, go in there, check it out. Otherwise, you just order it on Amazon. That's what I did. Only because I wasn't sure if it was going to be at Barnes and Noble, so I wanted to pre-order it because I didn't want to take a chance of missing out. But when I went into my Barnes and Noble, they did have it in stock, and I was like, oh, damn, I could have just bought it from them, but that's okay, And then you have these nice little cards here. These, what are they called? Lobby cards or postcards or something like that? Lobby cards, I think? I don't know. But here we go. That one, True Romance, with all the bullet holes in it. That's cool. Same thing, with all the bullet holes in it. Yeah, very cool. I look forward to watching this. I really do. Because I've heard nothing but good things. Everybody that's talked about this movie has had nothing but great things to say about it, so I really can't wait. Oh, yeah, these are postcards. Well, at least this one's a postcard. Yeah, I think they're all postcards. Yeah, this one is for sure because it says postcard on there. So that's nice, yeah. Yep. So very nice. And then it also has this little sticker. So very cool. I mean, got all of that for $33. I mean, are you kidding me? Poster. The postcards. Sticker. Booklets. Steelbook. And nice box, nice hard box. We call that the Pop's Knock. If you haven't heard of that, that's Pop's Movie Dungeon. Go over and check out his channel. Really nice guy. He always does that knock on the box there. Whenever it's like a hard box like that, called the Pop's Knock. So very cool. And yeah, that's everything. That's all I got. So yeah, I really look forward to watching True Romance. And I definitely look forward to revisiting like Universal Soldier and Mercury Rising and all those type of movies too. It'll be fun because I haven't seen them in forever. And yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, just wanted to make this video. I got in, I like to wait until I get in a good amount of movies, and then, I'm like, okay, I've got like, 7 or 8 or whatever. I'll go ahead and show them off now. Sounds good, So yeah, this is, this is Anthony's Horror and More. And if you liked, everything that I showed off today and everything, please leave the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to me. I'd really appreciate it. Please comment down below. Tell me what, movies you picked up today. Today's Tuesday, so it's, new releases and everything. Let me know if you picked up anything good. Yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.